Hey guys, this is John Rivera from the Solid State Gamer bringing you guys another Quick Look series episode. On this installment, we're going to be looking at the third and final part of the Blue Destiny Saga, Mobile Suit Gundam Part 3 for the Sega Saturn. Again, Japan-only games, that's why I'm running my Action Replay Forum Plus version 2.02. So this game concludes the Blue Destiny side story to the original Mobile Suit Gundam, which, need I remind, is canon. As you can see, the presentation is very much like the first two parts. We're going to see some gameplay footage of the first two games in motion. So for those of you who have not seen my previous two other quick look videos for parts 1 and 2, this game technically takes place at the latter end of the One-Year War. Basically, through the course of this game, Yu Kajima, the main pilot you play as, ceases to take control of the Blue GM, aka Blue Destiny, and takes control of another Mobile Suit Gundam that uses the Exam operating system, featuring the sentient new type AI, which is pretty much the imprint of the soul of Marion Welch, a lady who worked on the Exam system. And again, like the first two parts, this game was designed by Sotsu Agency in association with Sunrise and Bandai. Theme song is basically the same. The text is a different color for Gundam. It's red as opposed to blue and yellow. Let's go into options. Again, difficulty, sound, BGM test, keypad assign. This game also supports the twin stick natively, so good news for you guys who have imported a twin stick peripheral. 6 different button configurations for your standard pad. Again, this game does not support the 3D pad. So, and like the second part, unlike the first part, this game allows you to toggle the display on or off for the score as well as the radar. I'm going to be keeping the radar on this time around. Let's get into it. Exam. So instead of just wireframe polygon models, we have now flat shaded polygonal models. Still fully voice acted in Japanese dialogue. Just like the first two parts, this game is quite import friendly. You don't have to be a student of Japanese, written or spoken, to understand what's happening in the game from a gameplay perspective. You can still play the game and enjoy the action alone. But like I said in the first two parts, you definitely want to mosey on over to a fan website for Mobile Suit Gundam to get a lowdown on the Blue Destiny Saga story. So this game retains all of the aesthetic upgrades seen in Part 2. I don't believe that there are any significant graphical leaps in technology in this game, not as far as I've seen. Like I said, with Part 2, it's pretty much the same graphical system as Part 1. Which makes sense, because as I mentioned before, these 3 games were released in a span of a year and a half. This game is actually released sometime in early to mid 1997. Just a year after the initial release of Part 1. Now, there does exist a release of all 3 of these games with a bonus material disc known as Mobile Suit Gundam Side Story: The Blue Destiny, but I have yet to see hide or hair of that release. Apparently it's extremely rare. But I already own all 3 games in a separate form, so there's really no need for me to own the entire anthology unless I want to dabble into the bonus materials on that disc. And this game is even more difficult than Side Story Part 2. These guys are a lot. Oh, goodness gracious. So like Part 2, this game starts out hard. Well, it starts out a lot harder than the last mission in Part 2 and just gets harder. Again, this game expects you to have played Parts 1 and 2 before moving on to this last installment. These guys are super... Oh, I pretty much ate that grenade. So the control agency of this game is pretty much the exact same agency scheme as the first 2 parts. You rotate your mobile suit left and right, shoulder buttons, adjust your vertical aiming elevation or pitch with the X button, sorry. Z again does nothing because that used to be the toggle button for the score display. Jump, A, if you hold down A, it sustains your jump, contributes to your overall internal system's temperature, and you can overheat, just like in the first 2 games. Since I'm piloting Blue Destiny, or Blue GM, I can no longer use grenades, but I can fire off missiles. These missiles are not homing, so you have to be very careful and make sure you got a beat on your enemy before you pop one off. Tapping B shoots off a round from your blaster gun. Jumping forward into or dashing forward into the enemy engages in a swipe from your beam sword. Again, it's a great, useful tool for knocking your enemies down and scoring some extra cheap hits on them. In other words, it's a good way to balance things out, because, like you can see right now, I'm getting my butt handed to me. Nice. These guys will dash into you and kick you. Not only that, but they also guard your first beam sword strike. Great. There we go. Another bogey down. Still, the draw distance issue rears its ugly head. And by the time this game came out, it started to be apparent that the graphics system of this game was starting to show its age. Much like in the same way that Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 started to show the age of the Source engine. But I digress. So these guys will actually go swing for swing with you with the beam sword. If they're clearly facing your character and have a beat on you, they'll definitely take the opportunity and fight back.
間に合わなかったか。
And I believe that's mission 1. Don't worry, I'm not going to get terribly far in this game. I've put less time in this iteration than the first 2, so I'm not really acquainted with every single mission in it. I'm acquainted with the first 4 missions, but that's as far as it goes. But I barely made it by and got through by the skin of my teeth, so I got a C. That's not bad.
シャトル基地にすでにブルー2号機の姿はなかった。ユウたちは2号機の行方を探るため敵基地に残されたデータを
As you can see with this game, much like Part 2, there's more of an emphasis on divulging more of the story through these text scroll sections with just an ornate background behind them. Of course, not being a student of Japanese, you're not going to be able to understand it, but again, that's what fan websites are for.
この基地に急速に接近してくる敵部隊があります。おそらく
No, regardless of the fact that this graphic system shows its age at the point of its release in '97, it's still a pretty, from a presentation aspect, it's still a pretty impressive game. And of course, that praise is lavished all over this game as well as the first 2 parts. It wasn't really often that you saw a Mobile Suit Gundam game with an emphasis on a framework that was grounded within a simulation. That was kind of unheard of, and truth be told, we had no idea that that existed in North America until the import scene started. Just took a cheap swipe at me. Ah, he had his guard up. Nice. As you can see in this game, they're starting to experiment with more varied environments with different weather conditions. And as you can see, now that we're actually in an Arctic environment or a winter environment where the temperature is quite low, I'm not overheating as quickly as the previous level where it was more of a temperate climate. That was more of a fall climate. Oh, I wasted that missile. So we saw characters like this in the first installment of Mobile Suit Gundam's side story, and they are just as annoying as ever. Nice, knocked him down. Oh yeah. I pretty much took out the general, now I just gotta take out the cronies. Another one bites the dust. Oh, I gotta take out another one of these guys. And I'm pretty sure I just lost, yeah. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to skip this. Alright, one more time. You gotta protect those communications buildings from being destroyed. Easier said than done, of course. It's like defending those fuel silos in Part 1. The structures in the environment are so easily destructible that it becomes a desperate struggle to keep them alive. Come on. Man, this guy is super fast. Come on. Oh, almost had him. Almost had him on the ground. Oh, that's... Nope. That's not cool. Trying to lure me out of the mission zone. Oh, that's an interesting little transition. Trying to see where I am, that's all. Nope, not there. Oh, geez, they're already attacking these things. Oh, no! Oh! Oh, collateral damage. Nope. I'm pretty sure the mission is lost at this point. I've got one more that I can defend. You need to die, man. This is insane. Forgive me for not talking much. Goodness gracious. Ugh. Oh well. Yeah, this game is a lot tougher than the first two, understandably so. Oh well. Mission failed. Anyway, that pretty much concludes my quick look at Mobile Suit Gundam Side Story Part 3 for the Sega Saturn, a Japan exclusive. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to do more of these quick look videos. I definitely have a lot of fun making them, and you know, it's just talking about how awesome these games are, and hope you guys have as much fun watching me just kind of exploring these titles, and maybe it provokes you to seek these titles out. If you guys are interested in purchasing a copy of this, like Part 2, I can only recommend this game if you've already played Parts 1 and 2 and enjoyed them and want to conclude the story, or just want to have another fun adventurous romp in a Mobile Suit Gundam in the cockpit sort of mecha combat simulation sort of experience. If you want to pick this game up online, it goes for roughly $17 to $20. That includes shipping in and handling. I actually got this copy in a package deal for like $10 with parts 1 and 2. pretty much a steal. It's not guaranteed that you're going to find a package deal like that, though. So expect to spend $15 to $20 on this if you so choose to seek this one out. Anyway, I'm John Rivera from the Solid State Gamer signing off, saying thank you guys again so much for watching. Hope to do more of these in the future. And if you guys have any comments or suggestions or just general criticisms, be sure to drop me a line underneath this video in the comments section, or get in touch with us directly, solidstateromcast@gmail.com, and be sure to check out our main website, thesolidstategamer.wordpress.com, for more updates in terms of written features, audio recorded productions, as well as video features that we do on our YouTube channel. Be sure to rate and subscribe if you want any updates on future videos that we do, whether they're quick looks or proto watch videos. Those are some video series that I want to dig deeper into, like just various developmental builds of games that never saw the light of day. Anyway, thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys next time.